Welcome into the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube, live from Northwest Arena as we roll along here in the Governor's Cup of 2024. We've got the North Allegheny Tigers going up against the Glenbrook South Titans for preliminary game number 3 here on the main rink at Northwest Arena in Jamestown, New York. My name is Dylan Ward. I'll be on your play-by-play duties, not just for this game, but for our entire slate as we start game number 1 of a quadruple header here on the main rink. We'll be bringing you the rest of today's action here in the Governor's Cup, starting with this one between Glenbrook South and North Allegheny. The Titans and Tigers, Illinois versus Pennsylvania here for this matchup. The Glenbrook South Titans sit with a 2-0-0 record through their 2 games at the Governor's Cup. If they win this game, they will clinch the semifinal portion of this tournament and advance to tomorrow morning. And even if they lose, they will still have a chance, but it'll have to depend on some of the later games as we go throughout the night. As for the North Allegheny Tigers, they dropped their first 2 games. They've got an 0-2-2 record with a 3-2 loss to University School and a 4-2 loss to Culver Academy, which means they have been mathematically eliminated from the tournament, but they will play this final game and look to play spoiler against a team that has sort of become an out-of-state rival for them in recent years. These 2 sides did not play each other last year at the Governor's Cup, but the prior 2 years before that they played each other, where Glenbrook South won 4-2 back in 2022 on their way to the Governor's Cup Championship. Meanwhile, North Allegheny winners in 2021 by a final score of 5-3 in what was also the third game played by both teams in the preliminary round. As well as that, this National Invitational Scholastic Showcase, not just here in Jamestown, but they also have a tournament in Notre Dame every year at South Bend, Indiana, at Compton Family Ice Arena. Ontario Hockey Academy by a final score of 4-1, but that game was a lot closer than the final score showed. It was 2-1 with 3 minutes left in the third period before the Titans scored 2 to secure the 4-1 victory and the period points along with that. Neither of those empty net, by the way. Jim Philbin, the head coach of the Glenbrook South Titans, in his black baseball cap you see on your screen, giving a message to the boys. The Glenbrook South Titans have appeared in this Governor's Cup for the last 13 seasons. Winners only once back in 2022. As for the Tigers, they've never won the Governor's Cup, but they are a powerhouse in Western Pennsylvania, top 5 for the last few years, and Pennsylvania state champions in 2013 and 2007. The Glenbrook South Titans also with 2 state championships, 1987 and 2006. Titans wearing black, the Tigers wearing white, as we are underway here from Northwest Arena. Glad you decided to spend your Saturday afternoon with us instead of watching the College Football Conference Championships as the Titans control off the draw. Glenbrook South looking for a spot in tomorrow morning's action. North Allegheny essentially playing for consolation and to play spoiler against one of their out-of-state rivals here at this tournament in years past. Here's Ryan Mulvey. Got it up to Ben Stevens. Mitchell for the Tigers trying to steal, but now it will be taken away by Alex Costa. Rebound out to neutral ice. Stevens looking to get that one ahead. It's forced back into the Titan zone, and here's Will Fagan with it. Sophomore defenseman Fagan over the line, cuts to the high slot. Fagan will go down low with it to Ben Stevens. Stevens up high, but it's intercepted and taken away by Kasunich of the Tigers. Benji Pajerski out to Costa, who intercepts. It bounces back into the zone where it's taken by Brock Murphy. Tigers will have to play it back. Pasquale will backhand this one in down the left wing side, picked up by Fagan. Thomas Preston, we mentioned, the starting goaltender for the Titans in his 3rd consecutive appearance here at the Governor's Cup. Through his 2 games, a shutout with 14 saves and only allowed 1 goal on another 14 shots in his 2nd game for a .964 save percentage. On the other end for the Tigers in net, it's Cam Junker, who played against University School, allowed 3 goals in that one. No shots on goal were recorded in that game. No shots on goal yet for either team here, as we will be recording shots on goal for broadcast purposes. Drop of the puck, Adam Sokol wins it, but it gets sent out of the zone, and needing to chase it down is Aiden Weller. Weller with pressure coming from Justin High, but the Titans will keep possession of the puck. Both teams' second game on the main rink. North Allegheny played here earlier this morning. Played on rink 2 yesterday. Titans played here yesterday, played on rink 2 this morning. Now North Allegheny looking to get it out. It's High. He has Mitchell trying to lead a stretch pass to him, but it gets gloved down by Aiden Weller and sent back into the zone by North Allegheny. Here's Frank Surma, who had 2 goals and an assist earlier this morning in that 4-1 win for the Titans over Ontario Hockey Academy. Now Jack Higgins, this one centered, but taken right back by Kyle Im, the junior defenseman. Bonnell steals it. Taken right back by Viora and cleared out to neutral ice where it's gloved down by Lytle. Vidra, not Viora, sent it out to neutral ice. Aiden Weller comes over the line down the left wing side. Weller sends it up high. Higgins throws one to the net, but that's intercepted and cleared out of the zone by Ed Shire. Now here comes North Allegheny. What a move, and here's a shot and a save made by Preston. The first shot on goal of the game for either team belongs to the Tigers, but the freshman goaltender for the Titans was up to the task. Now fight for the puck down in the far side corner. It squirts free and comes to the near side for Mulvey, who gets it out to Higgins. Can't get past Costa waiting at the left point. Now, oddly, Shire bumps into his own man Costa and knocks him off the puck, which allows Evan Bonnell to clear it out. But it will be grabbed once again. Here's Johnny Lociato behind the net. Taken away by Benji Pajerski. Long stretch pass finds Lytle. Dylan Lytle, Blake Hoffer crashing the net. Lytle tries a shot. That one wide of the cage. Now back out to the neutral zone. This one sent in. McPherson. Backhand pass to Will Fagan. Now up to Ben Stevens. Brock Murphy, one of the assistant captains of this team. Will Fagan, now Benji Pajerski. Over the line, left wing side. Tried to center it, but it's intercepted by Alex Costa. Now here come the Tigers. This is Anthony Lucas looking for his second goal of the tournament. He scored already. This one's played down behind the net and picked up by Benji Pajerski instead. Pajerski out to Stevens, who tips it ahead. Taken right back by Murphy. Tipped into the zone. Will Fagan will glove it down, look to backhand it out. As now Tigers back over the line. This is Rafi Desai. Stripped away by Will Fagan as he gets taken down. That'll be a penalty against North Allegheny, the first of the game. And I believe our first whistle as well. Number 5 for North Allegheny, Rafi Desai, guilty. Maybe he didn't get all of his stick in there, but according to the ref, that's a trip, and the Titans are going to the power play for the first time in the game. Their power play so far in the showcase was a nice start in game 1, 2 power play goals, but in the second game earlier today, they were 0 for 3. Grand total of 2 for 10. As North Allegheny takes the puck away and sends it down. As for the penalty kill for the Tigers, 4 out of 5 so far, 80% here at the Governor's Cup. Ryan Mulvey back in his own zone. Mulvey through the neutral zone. Puck gets taken away, and here comes Shire. Shorthanded breakaway, and a big save made by Thomas Preston. He'll hang on for a D-zone faceoff. Little miscue here on the near side by the 2 Titan defensemen on this power play unit. And Ed Shire, who already has a goal this tournament, looking for his second, but could not beat number 41 Black. Face-off taken by the Tigers. They send it back up high. Here's Costa with a shot, and Preston will take no chances, hanging on to this one again. Another D-zone draw for the Titans while on the power play. 9:49 to go in the first period. Tigers out shooting the Titans 4-0. As the Tigers win the face-off and send a shot wide. Will Fagan plays it to his twin brother Luke Fagan. Now to Blake Hoffer, the Titans leader in points, but only 1 point in the showcase so far. It came this morning as he scored the third goal of the game for the Titans in the 4-1 victory. Blake Hoffer sends one to the net, that one wide. Puck comes to the near side, Luke Fagan. Still 54 to go on the power play, but this pass by Benji Pajurski intercepted by Joey Mitchell as he gets it into the zone. Tried to chase after his own puck, but Will Fagan got to it first. Benji Pajurski now takes it. Pajurski a goal and an assist so far at the showcase. Takes a hit into the near side. And the loose puck is taken away by Adam Bradley. Pajurski steals on the near side from Murphy. Pajurski behind the net. Sent it up high. Luke Fagan, high slot. Now down to the right circle. Hoffer tried to center it, but that's in the skates of Murphy. And here come the Tigers the other way. Brock Murphy, long stretch pass as it's flipped into the zone by Kasunich to the near side corner. 5 to go on the power play. And we're moments away from both teams being back to 5-on-5. Mitchell Adams over the line down the right wing side, sends it to the far side, where it's taken away by the Tigers and sent out of the zone once again. Here's Mitchell Adams, the senior, called up to this varsity team from the varsity 2 squad for Glenbrook South recently in lieu of some injuries for the Glenbrook South Titans, and he's fit right in. Comes to Jamestown, makes the trip. As this one's attempted to be cleared out by Will Fagan, but it was not. And then the second look goes off a skate. And down to the far side corner. North Allegheny regains possession. Here's a centering pass, and Vidra right there. But the play is blown dead as the net comes off its posts. Just about halfway through the first period. Still waiting for our goal. You are watching the South Hockey Network, the home of the Glenbrook South Titans, as we begin our 4-game quadruple header here on the main rink to close out Saturday's action at the Governor's Cup. Titans can't clear this one out. High sends it back down below the goal line. Taken away by the Titan captain, Ryan Mulvey. Mulvey, backhander, and Charlie Preston gets it out. Chasing after the puck, Kyle Im for the Tigers as he plays it out to the neutral zone. North Allegheny off to a bit of a tough start in their overall season, a record of 6-6-0. 6-4 coming into this showcase before dropping their first 2 to University School and Culver Academy. Both somewhat close games, 3-2 loss and a 4-2 loss. In that 4-2 loss, they were tied 2-2 going into the third period before 2 quick ones before the end of regulation by University School. As there's a Tiger back in his own zone without one of his skate blades, and he's trying to make his way back to the bench. He's having a hard time. The play finally gets blown dead by the referee, who's holding the skate blade, and he'll return it to the Tiger bench. So an equipment malfunction for Johnny Castillo, as he was back in that D zone for a while before the play was finally blown dead. 6:41 to go in the first. Titans and Tigers. Glenbrook South and North Allegheny. Adam Sokol's line, who was dominant this morning, will take the face-off at the left circle. Sokol gets the puck, tried to center it, but it gets taken away. And here comes Anthony Lucas. Out to Mitchell, but it never got to him. It's taken away by Luke Fagan. Now Jonathan Cesario. Cesario, who had 2 points on 2 assists earlier this morning. Taken away by Mitchell. Now to the far side, Lucas over the line. He'll ring it around the boards. Mitchell gets to it behind the net, but can't hang on to it. Bailing him out there is Odie. Now back up Costa. Takes a slap shot. What a deflection and a save. Rebound. That one just sent wide of the net. A scramble play there for the Tigers as they nearly broke the ice. But Preston made the save, and then the follow-up missed the net. Now what a pass to Surma. He's in on net, takes a shot. That one high of the cage. Cedric Odie out to neutral ice and beyond. Won't go far enough to be an icing as Aiden Weller picks it up for the Titans. Weller through neutral ice, taken away North Allegheny, but just for a moment. Rebound finds Adam Sokol. Now to Blake Hoffer. Tried a shot blocked in close. Weller now sends it down to the far side corner, where Kyle Im looked to clear it out. Couldn't on his first chance. Now he'll ring it around the other side. Pajerski picks it up, but he can't hang on to it, and it does come out to neutral ice for Ryan Mulvey. Now Ben Stevens over the line down the right wing side. Stevens in on net, centers it, looking for Pajerski, didn't find him. As North Allegheny clears it out to the neutral zone, Will Fagan taken away, intercepted as Joyson. Now here's a shot and a save made by Preston. Rebound taken away by the Titans. They'll look to clear it out, and they do. Here's Joyson over the line, left wing side, centered it. Here's a shot and a save made by Preston. Had to look around to make sure he had it, but he did. Here's this recent chance by Frank Surma. How about this pass by Cesario, staying just on sides, and then just sent high of the net. And then just moments before that, we saw this big scramble play right in front of the Titan net. Good deflection and a good save, and then the follow-up just missed. As Preston will cover it up again, we'll get a chance to look at this net cam one more time. Look at that quick thinking right there by Joey Mitchell. Able to get that one on target. Back underway as the Titans take possession. Charlie Preston will send it in. Goes behind the net. And Cam Junker plays it to the near side. Haven't said his name too much. The Titans only with credit for 2 shots on goal so far in the early going. Well, not really the early going anymore. We're almost coming to the end of the first period here. Still 0-0 game, though. Now high, taken away by Adams. Rebound, Vidra will send it into the zone down the right wing side. Behind the goal line, Luke Fagan. Tried to backhand it to the far side. It will squeak over there. Now high, we'll ring it around the boards down below the line. Luke Fagan there to pick it up on the near side. Mitchell Adams looking to get it out. Sent up high, but not out of the zone. Murphy got it back down low. Cole McPherson behind the net. As he gets taken down on the boards, Mitchell steals the puck. As he centered it, threw it up high, Pasquale sends it over to the right side. Here's a shot tipped on its way to the net, but wouldn't go. Then the rebound backhander also got stopped or maybe blocked before it hit Preston's net. Now McPherson sends it down. No icing as it took a deflection. So out of his net, Cam Junker, but it'll be settled down by Pasquale instead. This one will be an icing as it gets sent all the way down. New format to the tournament this year. Instead of 4 groups of 4 teams each. But it's not just the group winners, it's the top 4 teams. So we were thinking there was a possibility that we would see a 3-0 team get left out after tiebreakers, but now that has been debunked as there are only 5 2-0 teams coming into the final game, but 2 of those teams play each other, so that guarantees only 4 at an absolute maximum to finish with a 3-0-0 record. So a 3-0-0 record, regardless of your points per period or tiebreakers, will be enough to clinch the semifinals. And well, North Allegheny is already mathematically eliminated. That's what the Titans are trying to do here. If they can get a win in this game, secure their spot for tomorrow morning. This one sent in by Mitchell, picked up by Weller. Aiden Weller, long stretch pass, didn't find anyone but hit the net, so it's not an icing. Now Cesario down to the far side corner, centered it. Bonnell takes a shot, and he got another one off, but the save was made on both occasions by Cam Junker. So we get down to 2:20 to go in the first period, still 0-0 here between the Titans and Tigers. Shots on goal favor North Allegheny, 10-3. We get ready for the left circle face-off. Adam Sokol wins it. Back up to Surma, who shot it. And Cam Junker hangs on once again. The Titans have not allowed a first period goal all tournament. As a matter of fact, they've only allowed one goal in total. That came in the third period this morning against Ontario Hockey Academy. Meanwhile, North Allegheny with a -1 differential in the first period of play through their 2 games with a goal and 2 allowed. Their goal came against University School where they were up 1-0. As this one sent down for another icing. Dylan Ward here on play-by-play with you. Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, also operating the camera. And we've got Joe Hoffer manning the scoreboard in the top left corner of your screen, making sure that clock is exactly synced up with the one here at the rink. The rare number 1 wearing forward, Mark Joyson, who has 2 assists in this tournament. Actually, North Allegheny's leader in points with those 2 assists. They've only scored a total of 4 goals through their 2 games. Away by Sokol. Aiden Weller gets the rebound. Out to Cesario, kicks it to his stick. And Titans are way offside. Cesario was hoping for a delayed call, but Titans didn't get it there. First line hops over the boards for Jim Philbin. North Allegheny, as the designated home team, will get the final change here on this neutral rink. As we approach the end of the first period, we remind you to please subscribe to the South Hockey Network right here on YouTube. It's free to do, and it really helps us out. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the calendar year. Also, feel free to leave us a chat. You got to be subscribed to use the chat, so hit us with the subscribe button. And if you leave us a question or comment, we love to interact with the fans back at home. So after the first period, we'll have a look at that chat and see what's going on. First period rapidly coming to an end here as we get down to 45 seconds left in the first period. Here's Hoffer coming into the zone with Pajurski. Looked to get it to Benji, could not. Hoffer picks it back up, spins, fires one towards the net, but North Allegheny will lift it out. Ryan Mulvey crunched into the boards behind the goal. 25 to go in the first. Here's Pajurski picking it up. Benji Pajurski skating through neutral ice, over center ice, now the blue line. Left it for Ben Stevens, who threw it to the net. Blake Hoffer trying to clean up the rebound. But covering it up is Cam Junker, the senior goaltender for Andrew Cease and company. 13.6 coming up for this attacking zone faceoff of the Titans. Right circle, Adam Sokol's line out on the ice. Puck falls, and the faceoff is possessed by North Allegheny. This one sent to the far side, and coming out of the zone with it is Millerin. Here's a shot from the right circle, that one wide of the net as time drips away, and the buzzer sounds on period number 1. Tigers with a 10-6 lead in shots. That was once a 10-2 lead. So the Titans sort of dominated the end of that period, but we stay scoreless. The most important stat in hockey is the number of goals, and each team currently with 0. Dylan Ward here on the South Hockey Network saying don't go anywhere. We will be right back for period number 2. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody, right here on YouTube, live from Northwest Arena. Time for period number 2 between North Allegheny and Glenbrook South. Still 0-0 after 15 minutes of play. We just left a poll in the chat area. Who's going to win the game, Glenbrook South or North Allegheny? Feel free to leave your response. As we get underway in the second period of the long change as the teams switch sides, Glenbrook South wearing black will now go from right to left, while North Allegheny in white goes from left to right. This is the usual broadcast home of the Glenbrook South Titans, but we appreciate any North Allegheny fans who found their way to our stream today. Covering the remaining portion of Rink 1's action here at the Governor's Cup. Ben Stevens unable to get this one ahead, and Alex Costa will dump it back in to the Tigers' attacking zone. Will Fagan out to Blake Hoffer near side. Pajerski battling with Lucas. This one bounces to Mitchell, but a nice diving play with the stick by Will Fagan to knock it out of there. Now behind the net once again, it's Mitchell. Mitchell to the far side, tried to center it, but couldn't get it to his man, and the puck is cleared out of the zone by the Titans. Touch, but not by a high stick, according to the ref. Pajerski steals in neutral ice. He comes over the line, shoots from way high up, and the save is made by Junker. He hangs on. We've got Lick in the comments section. Let's go Mitchell. Now the question is, are you talking about Glenbrook South's Mitchell Adams or North Allegheny's Joey Mitchell? That's the question. Don't forget to hit us up with those chats. We love interacting with the fans, especially when I'm here alone. Sometimes I'll have a color commentator, but not for today's action. So this gives me a little bit of human interaction, always good. I'm up here with my crew here, Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, and Joe Hoffer on camera. My name's Dylan Ward. As Desai goes to the far side, and Im will ring it around the boards down the left wing side. Near side, puck picked up by the Titans as it goes high in the air. Touched by a high stick, nullified immediately. Now sent down to the blue paint area, hacked away by the Titans as they clear it out to the neutral zone. Centered, but taken away. Surma tried to clear it out. Now grabbing this one, Jonathan Cesario out to Frank Surma, who backhands it down low. Cam Junker wanted an icing. It was close, but right at the red line as it's waved off. As now Justin High. Taken away by the Titans as Bonnell pokes it into the zone. Evan Bonnell centered it. Higgins right there. Couldn't get a clean shot away. Now Lytle right in the slot. Higgins hacking for it, but it gets taken away by Alex Costa. Vidra. Now Lytle over the line down the left wing side. Dylan Lytle fires. That takes a deflection off Murphy and trickles down to the far side corner. Rebounds picked up by Vidra. Out to High. High will slap it into the zone. Bonnell out to the neutral zone. Sent right back in by Costa. Still waiting for our first goal here in this one. As one of the Titans' rivals from back home in the Chicago area, the Lake Forest Scouts, Illinois team at this tournament, heads into the seating area and shakes the glass a little bit. Picked up by North Allegheny. Here comes Luciato. Tons of speed, gets a shot away, and that is saved by the left pad of Thomas Preston. He hangs on for another whistle. 11:24 to go in the second. Konstantinos Buberis, W. Dillon. Okay, I'll take that. And Lick responds back with a W chat. Yo, what's good, Buberis? Keep flooding those chats. If you have any questions, I'll try and answer them. Make sure you vote in the poll, too. Who's going to win, Glenbrook South or North Allegheny? As these two teams, again, have played 4 times in the last 4 years at various tournaments, but 3 out of those 4 right here at the Governor's Cup. Titans with a 2-1 record against these North Allegheny Tigers coming into today's 4th meeting. Luke Fagan sent it out to Jonah Weiss. Good to have Jonah Weiss back in the lineup for Jim Philbin, who missed the first game of this showcase due to illness, but played this morning and now here today. Now Shire gets around Will Fagan with a nice move, takes a shot. That one deflects up high and into the protective netting. Sort of looked like it found a hole there on the near side of Preston's net. Let's see exactly what happened. First of all, nice move, breaking the ankles of the sophomore defenseman for the Titans. And then knocking down his twin brother right after that. But let's see exactly where the shot went from Shire. Oh, it actually got blocked by Luke Fagan, the Titan defenseman. Didn't see that in real time. It sort of looked like it was going right on net, but a nice play by the sophomore. Those twin brothers for the Titans, already a force to be reckoned with, very physical players. Just imagine them when they're seniors in a couple of years. Blake Hoffer sends it out to neutral ice, where it's picked up by the Tigers. Here's Bradley knocking it in. And it takes a bounce off the corner boards and goes right next to Preston's net, where he covers it up. Only 2 freshmen on the listed roster for North Allegheny, Messier Trevino and Chris Costa, both goaltenders, so they join Thomas Preston in that category. I see Costa on the bench, no sign of the other goaltender. So we almost had a freshman versus freshman matchup, but Costa played this morning against Culver. Now here come the Titans the other way. Pajurski looking to get it to Hoffer, but it's intercepted, and then crashing into the boards off a hit from Blake Hoffer was Mark Joyson. And that was an awkward collision as he's down. We'll show it for you once in slow motion. Watch number 1 in white. Blake Hoffer didn't get much of him, but there will be a penalty called, and yeah, just an awkward collision into the boards. As he's still laying down on the ice while Mark Joyson catches his breath. We'll take a quick timeout here on the South Hockey Network as we hope he's okay. And an update for you, Blake Hoffer has just been ejected from the game following the hit. And we said we'd only show it to you once, but we're going to take one more look at it. This leads to the ejection of the Titans' leading point scorer. Certainly an awkward collision into the boards, but really not much there for the Titans' alternate captain. So that shakes things up a little bit for head coach Jim Philbin. And we'll go back to a timeout here on the South Hockey Network while we continue to wait for Mark Joyson to get to his feet. Actually, pardon me, he will get to his feet now with some assistance from his teammates as well as the trainer out there. So we'll see if he returns to this game. But 5 minutes have been put on the clock for the power play for North Allegheny, and a huge opportunity for the Tigers to get the first goal of the game. And still a deafening silence here at Northwest Arena. And it's just about 2 to 3 minutes of real time later. Mark Joyson finally to the bench. Mitchell Adams will go serve the penalty, with Blake Hoffer out of the game for the rest of it. So a 5-minute power play for the North Allegheny Tigers on the power play so far at this tournament. 1 for 7, 14.3%, but the Titans' penalty kill has been perfect. 5 for 5, as neither of these teams have taken many penalties in the tournament overall. Both teams coming into today with 12 penalty minutes, which of course can be broken down into 3 penalties taken per game, but this is the first major by either team, and 5 minutes on the clock for North Allegheny on the power play. Blake Hoffer, a big penalty killer as well, with a shorthanded goal on the season for Glenbrook South. They'll be without him, obviously, for the remainder of the game. Here's William Kasunich as it goes behind the net. Aiden Weller plays it out to Cesario, who backhands it down. Remember, this game is sort of a throwaway. Not really for North Allegheny. You want to come here to Jamestown and put up the best record you possibly can, but at 0-2, they've already been mathematically eliminated from this tournament. And what this game really matters for is the Titans, who are trying to secure their berth in the semifinals with a victory. That looked offsides, and a late whistle does call it. Just about a minute gone on the 4-minute major against Blake Hoffer. What do you think at home? Was that hit ejection worthy? Let us know in the chat your opinions. Evan Bonnell at the face-off circle to go against Cedric Odie in neutral ice. Titans half. And the face-off is won by Glenbrook South as they backhand it out to the neutral zone. And keep in mind, on this 5-minute major power play, the North Allegheny Tigers can score as many goals as they want without Mitchell Adams, the server, being let out of the box. Back up high, Lociato takes a shot. That one blocked and deflects wide to the corner. And Bonnell just gets enough of it to get it out to neutral ice before it's touched by Cedric Odie. And some of the Titan fans here in attendance placing their pitch for the faceoff to come all the way back down. But it'll stay in neutral ice where it would have been. Dylan Ward here on the call with you. Gerard Boris on your technical engineer duties. Joe Hoffer on scoreboard duty. Not many shots in this period. North Allegheny leading 2-1 here in period number 2. As now Shire for the Tigers. Ed Shire with a goal already, one of their 4 at this tournament so far. Ryan Mulvey finds it, plays it to the far side, and Adam Sokol tries to backhand it out. These two teams at very different portions of their season. With an overall record of 6-6 are the Tigers coming into this one. Shire with a nice move to get around Mulvey. Meanwhile, the Titans 24-8-5 on the season. So they have played a grand total of, my quick math doesn't fail me, 37 games. And the Tigers only with 12. Now Vidra takes a shot, save made by Preston, rebound. Surma looking to hack it out. Now Mulvey will send it all the way down. Didn't think he realized he had Evan Bonnell streaking in neutral ice. Could have been a shorthanded bid. But either way, the Titans probably just happy to be halfway through this penalty kill without a goal allowed. Still have 2.5 more minutes of it. As Shire heading off to the bench, nearly too many men if that touched his skate here on the near side, but it did not. Desai to the far side, Costa into the zone. Stripped away by Bonnell. Here come the Titans. They've got a shorthanded 2-on-1. Evan Bonnell couldn't get it across as a nice defensive play made by Kyle Im. Now the Tigers back over the line down the right wing side. Vidra got his pocket picked by Surma, who lifts it out and down. 2 minutes to go on this major power play for the Tigers. As here comes Kasunich. He's around 1 behind the net. Try to backhand wraparound, but the save made by the pad of Thomas Preston. Over halfway through regulation, still waiting for our first goal by either team as the Titans with another big clear on this penalty kill, which is only down to 90 seconds. In behind the net. Now to Odie. Odie through neutral ice. He'll come over the line. Or really just send it in. Luke Fagan there to clear. How about this PK by Glenbrook South coming up large? 5 minutes, we're on the clock. Now it's down to 1:10. As the Titan penalty kill has been one of their brighter spots in the regular season back home in Chicago. As now Murphy looking to get around Luke Fagan. He could not. The puck goes down below the goal line. Sent back up high to Odie, left point. Odie with a shot, and that one deflects wide. Rebounds picked up in the near corner. Centering pass for Odie, but he fanned on it. And Jonathan Cesario plays it to the near side. Can't get it out. Will Fagan unable to backhand that one. Now here comes Shire. He's got some nice dangle moves we've seen on display a handful of times already in this game. Back up high to Murphy. Now Lociato down to the far side. It's picked up by Lucas. Not Lucas Fagan, but Anthony Lucas. Now back up high. Murphy just missed the net with that shot. Lociato shoots, and a stick save made by Preston. It hit the protective netting, but the refs didn't catch it. And maybe a break for the Titans as they'll get a clear out of it instead of a D-zone face-off. And just like that, how about the Titans here on the penalty kill? Mitchell Adams out of the box, who was serving the 5-minute major for Blake Hoffer, who just got ejected from the game moments ago. And we're back to 5-on-5 play. Here's Ryan Mulvey. Through neutral ice, Mulvey backhand chips it down low. Chasing after it, Mulvey. Picked up by North Allegheny as they'll try and clear it out. Pajerski keeps it alive, right point, sends one in. Takes a deflection and goes wide of the net. Now here comes High down the right wing side. Couldn't get around the Titan captain, Ryan Mulvey. Now Mitchell Adams through neutral ice. He'll chip this one in. Goes down below the goal line. Picked up by Im, who rings it around. And out to neutral ice. Fresh off the bench is a new line for the Titans. Here's Cole McPherson, the defenseman. To the far side, Higgins. Pajerski trying to poke this one ahead. As we can already see Jim Philbin starting to mix up the lines without Blake Hoffer available for the rest of the game on his first line, who usually plays with Ben Stevens and Benji Pajerski. Now you've got Lytle out there with Pajerski and Higgins. As we get down to 3.5 left in the second period. Aiden Weller left point. Got it down to Dylan Lytle. Lytle off the boards and down low for Higgins, who plays it to the near side corner. Picked up by Millerin. Now out to neutral ice, Castillo. It's knocked off the puck by McPherson. Now Milliman will backhand it down, Millerin, as it goes down below the goal line. 3 minutes to go before the ice cut. Neither team with a goal. Shots on goal in the period, 5-1 in favor of North Allegheny, who also had a 5-minute major power play. You got to remember, with 15-minute periods here at this Governor's Cup, I'm not exactly sure what North Allegheny's used to, but the Titans back at home play 17-minute periods. So that just makes those 5-minute majors that much more meaningful because they're a much higher percentage of the period. 2.5 to play in the second. Here comes Rafi Desai. Now Weller looking to hack it out. Cesario right there. Back for Weller, who sends it deep. No icing as he was beyond center ice. They look to tip this one out. Frank Surma. As it stays in bounds, nearly into the Titan bench. But we'll keep playing here as we get down to 2 on the clock. Here in the Governor's Cup. Titans looking to advance with a win. Even if they lose, they'll have a chance based on later results today. North Allegheny playing spoiler, as they've already been eliminated with an 0-2 record. Trying to come away with at least one win here in their showcase. Aiden Weller, right point. Now Surma, outside of the zone, Will Fagan. Fagan sends it in. It goes down to the far side corner. Mitchell Adams tried to kick it to Pajerski with his stick tied up. Adams will get it back. Down below the goal line, Mitchell Adams. Left corner, back up to Ryan Mulvey, sends one to the net. Nice stick there by Odie. deflecting it out of midair and into the corner. Aiden Weller to Ryan Mulvey, who backhands it in. Pasquale now takes it for the Tigers, plays it to the far side for Murphy with Pajerski on his tail. Benji Pajerski steals the puck. Pajerski centers it. Here's a shot by Adams and a follow-up. And that one wouldn't get by Junker. Now Ben Stevens will send this one in. You've got Stevens, Pajerski, and Cesario joining this line in Hoffer's absence. Luke Fagan, nice couple of moves. Tried to center it for Pajerski, but he couldn't get his forehand on it cleanly. Now back up high, McPherson's shot. Just missed the net, pardon me, that's Ryan Mulvey. Now Luke Fagan, left point, sends it down below the line, 27 seconds to go. Takes a funny bounce off a stanchion. North Allegheny can't clear it out past Luke Fagan. Here's a shot, that one bouncing and just missed the net. Benji Pajerski with pressure on him, and North Allegheny will clear this one all the way down for an icing, stopping the clock with 11.8 to go. Here's Luke Fagan, one of two Titans skaters on this team yet to record a goal this season. The sophomore defenseman with a nice crash to the net. And then he tried to center it, but just out of the reach of Benji Pajerski. Right circle face-off coming up here for Glenbrook South. Let's see if they can do anything with 11.8. Now here comes Kasunich. Takes a shot, that one deflects to the far side corner. And time expires on the second period. Neither team with a goal after 30 minutes of play as they'll head to the locker rooms and talk things over. And we'll take a break as well right here at our network. But before we do, we've got some feedback in the chat. Hockey Dan, it was ejection worthy. Arms extended from behind in close proximity to the boards. Unintentional, I'm sure, but dangerous. We're going to take one more look at this hit that ejected the Titans' leading point scorer, Blake Hoffer, from the game, number 8. And yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, close proximity to the boards and a tough angle for North Allegheny's Mark Joyson to crash into the net. Their leading point scorer in this tournament with 2 assists so far. Jack says that hit was just awful. Any opinion on the LF Scouts? All right, well, that's going to send us to a timeout. Don't go anywhere. We've got the third period coming up in about 10 minutes' time. As soon as the Zamboni takes care of business right here at Northwest Arena, it's Joe Hoffer, your scoreboard operator, and Gerard Boris, our technical engineer. My name's Dylan Ward, saying we'll be back momentarily. Please feel free to leave us more chats in the chat section, as we'll answer any questions or comments when we come back for the third. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the South Hockey Network, your home for Governor's Cup hockey, as we are moments away from the third period of the first game of our quadruple header here at the main rink, as the Glenbrook South Titans of Illinois and the North Allegheny Tigers of Pennsylvania remain 0-0 through 30 minutes of play and 15 more to decide it, at least in regulation anyway. Dylan Ward here on the call with you, Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, and Joe Hoffer manning the scoreboard in the top left corner of your screen. So we did confirm with the tournament that Blake Hoffer, with the game misconduct ejection in that second period, will be suspended one game of this tournament. Now that will not carry over as USA Hockey, so if the Titans don't win this game and get eliminated, Blake Hoffer will not have to be out against New Trier Green, but if the Titans win this game and advance to the semifinals, they'll be without their leading point producer for the semifinal matchup tomorrow morning. Already a short bench for Jim Philbin, with Zach Boris out for the remainder of the tournament with a lower body injury, and Asher Vanderplug still month to month with his lower body injury. As we get set for the third period of play, as you should probably change the period on your scoreboard to the third period. It's Joe Hoffer at the helm of that. Maybe a little distracted. Back to our first period shooting sides. The Titans wearing black uniforms go from left to right from your perspective, and the North Allegheny Tigers from right to left. Here with our camera set up on the near side by the benches. Something that we don't usually see on our broadcast, but that's how it is for this one. All right, here's Mitchell. Joey Mitchell for the Tigers. As we remind you the stakes once again, the Tigers already 0-2, mathematically eliminated from this tournament, while the Titans 2-0 can secure their spot in the semis with a victory in this game in any fashion. And even if they lose, they will still be mathematically alive, but they'll need some help. Desai for North Allegheny. Ryan Mulvey backhands this one to neutral ice. Sent back into the zone as Ben Stevens is taken down. That'll be a penalty against Adam Bradley of the North Allegheny Tigers. So the Titans will get their second look on the power play of the game. Glenbrook South on the man advantage. 0 for 1 in the game, obviously with a 0-0 score, but in the tournament so far, coming into this game, 2 out of 10, now 2 out of 11, as they'll have their 12th opportunity with a man up right here. Big opportunity for Glenbrook South to get on the board and take control of this game, in which they trail shots 15-8. It's been a tough defense here from North Allegheny, as this shot wouldn't make its way through a defender. Really good defensive performances by both teams at this tournament, but in the SHL regular season, the Titans, as of late, averaging right around that 35 to 40 shots on goal per game back at home in Chicago. But this Pennsylvanian side is pretty tough. Here's Ben Stevens. Played it up to Ryan Mulvey, left point, top of the circle, fires a shot. That one wouldn't go, it missed the net. Ryan Mulvey's been putting the puck to the back of the net as of late, the Glenbrook South captain defenseman, but only 1 point to show for here at this showcase so far. Now here's Pajerski, backhands it, Bonnell takes a shot, that one blocked, maybe by his own man Pajerski. Now back up to Ryan Mulvey. A minute gone, a minute to go on this Titan power play. Pajerski, nice move around Odie. Pajerski will keep the puck, get it back up to Ryan Mulvey, looking for Stevens beside the net. Ben Stevens battling in the corner for it. It comes free as Evan Bonnell takes it. Bonnell back up high to Mulvey. Mulvey with a shot, that one blocked in close. Rebound right to Bonnell. Bonnell tried to glove it down for himself after it hopped in the air due to a stick, but the Allegheny Tigers are able to get this one out. Here's Ryan Mulvey. Big force on this power play for head coach Jim Philbin, as now Frank Surma takes it. Surma without a point in the first game against Cathedral Prep, but 2 goals and an assist for the Titan alternate captain this morning. Mulvey up to Surma. Titans have changed everyone here on this power play except for Mulvey, as this shot is gobbled up by Cam Junker. 11 seconds to go on the power play for Glenbrook South, as they get a shot on goal just then, upping their total to 9. Not many shots on goal in that second period. North Allegheny with the lead 5-1 in shots in the middle frame. Here's Adam Sokol now. Surma look to get it back to Sokol. Adam Sokol picks it up, down to Surma. Right circle, power play is over. Titans 0 for 2. Here's Luke Fagan with a shot. Save made by Junker as he hangs on. With the DJ here in the rink, playing a little Mario 1-up, power-up sound effect when the man comes out of the penalty box. Makes my job a little bit easier because I know exactly when the power play expires. So big shout out to Alex and Matt, who have been down there all day. I had a chance to talk with them a little bit earlier today. Been doing a great job with the DJing, as in recent years at this tournament there just straight up hasn't been music. And Sam Schwartz, of course, one of our Chicago guys back at home, who goes to school in Syracuse, made the trip last year to play some music on Rink 1. That was really nice, and now we basically can't go back. So again, boys, I don't know your last name down there, but Alex and Matt, big shout out to you folks on the tunes. We remain 0-0 here between the Titans and Tigers. 11-12 to go in the third period. Here's Evan Bonnell back in his own zone. Behind Preston's net, Costa takes a shot. Sent up high by Preston, but stays in bounds. Now the Titans clear it out of the zone. Costa right there to intercept. Alex Costa takes a shot. Save made by Preston, as he'll hang on for another stoppage. Thomas Preston, the freshman goaltender for Glenbrook South, has been Jim Philbin's main guy. A 9-5-1 record in the regular season back at home. .254 goals allowed average and a .906 save percentage against some of the best teams in Illinois, night in and night out. And so far through 8 periods and some change, only 1 goal allowed here at the Governor's Cup. Mitchell will send it in deep. Goes down to the near side corner. Mitchell Adams out to Pajurski, who looked to get it out, kept alive by Mitchell. Backhander towards the net. Blocked by Weller on its way. Down to the far side corner it goes. Now below the goal line. This one sent up high, as now it's sent back down to the corner again. Ben Stevens knocks a man into the boards right by some of the Lake Forest Scouts, a big rival of the Glenbrook South Titans back at home watching on. Here's Pajurski now, over the line. Shot fired wide. Aiden Weller back to Pajurski, intercepted and sent out of the zone by Joey Mitchell. As we creep down to 9.5 minutes in regulation time, still scoreless between these two sides. Both powerhouses in their respective states of Illinois for the Titans and Pennsylvania for the Tigers. Both two-time state champions. Most recently for the Titans, 2006, and for the Tigers, 2007. North Allegheny has never won this Governor's Cup, though. Glenbrook South, one-time champions. That was 2 seasons ago. Now behind the goal line. Unable to center this one is Rafi Desai. Now Weller out to the neutral zone. Weiss over to the far side. Charlie Preston. Back for Will Fagan. Out to Weiss in neutral ice. Weiss over the line, looking to center for Bunnell, but that one past him, and Bradley will take it away for the Tigers and send it to the near side for Desai. Now here's Im. And picked up by Will Fagan as the Titans complete a change. Fagan, the sophomore defenseman, puts on the brakes, comes up high, throws it to the center, but nobody there to get a clean scoring opportunity as it's lifted back out. Now Cesario over the line, left wing side. Jonathan Cesario puts on the brakes, centers it, but it gets taken away immediately by Josh Millerin. Surma takes a shot, blocked by Im, but nearly trickled into the net, just missed the right post. Now another centering pass, Sokol out of his reach. McPherson goes down to Surma. Frank Surma, high slot. Surma takes a shot, stopped by Junker. Rebound behind the goal line, sent back up, and McPherson just unable to keep it in the zone. Halfway through period number 3. As we've played nearly 40 minutes without a goal scored at either side. McPherson gloves it down in neutral ice, taken away by Vidra, who sends it all the way down for an icing. We appreciate you joining us here on the South Hockey Network, home of all Glenbrook South Titans varsity games. Home and away. If that wasn't obvious enough, we're pretty far away. This will be the official home for the rest of this Governor's Cup here on the main rink. Dylan Ward here on the call with you all night long. Looking forward to a long night of hockey, as this is only game 1 of our quadruple header. Face-off won by the Titans. Luke Fagan's shot gets kicked up and into the netting by the Titans. Will stay in this zone. Face-off at the same dot. The only goal the Titans have allowed in this tournament came in the third period when they already had a 2-1 lead before the Titans made it a 4-1 final score. This puck rides the stanchion, gets kicked down to Pajerski by Mulvey. Benji Pajerski fires that one high. Mitchell Adams settles it down near side corner. Adams pinned up against the boards as 2 men in each sweater fight for the puck. Now Pajerski finds it, takes a tough angle shot, and that one missed the net wide. Ryan Mulvey chasing it back down to his own end. The Glenbrook South captain in his junior year. He's been on the team since his freshman year, but he'll ice this one down. And the Titans will take a D-zone draw with 6:32 to go in the third. You can feel the tenseness here in the crowd from both sides as North Allegheny looking to play spoiler against this Illinois side. Glenbrook South looking for a win to secure their place, a win in any fashion that is, whether it be in regulation, OT, or a shootout. The 2 points all count the same. No need for the points per period tiebreaker at this point. Only if they lose will that be beneficial to them. Evan Bunnell. Now Bunnell gets it back, sends it up high. Lytle takes a shot. That one blocked and sent to the near side corner as the stick goes flying from Jack Higgins, and there will be an interference call made. So to the box goes Nicholas Pasquale, and for the third time this evening, the Titans will have an opportunity on the power play. 2 minutes on the clock in the tournament, 2 for 12. But the North Allegheny Tigers on the kill, 6 for 7. A massive opportunity for Glenbrook South to score the first goal of the game. They'll win the face-off. Adam Sokol goes up high. Weller across for Mulvey. Ryan Mulvey shoots that one wide of the net. Rebound picked up by Surma. He'll go down to Adam Sokol. Tough angle, hits the post with that shot. Now Surma below the goal line. Sends it up to Adam Sokol. Sokol to Weller. Weller to the net. That one blocked on its way and North Allegheny will punch it out of the zone. With overtime looming, we'll remind you that it's 5 minutes of 4-on-4 hockey. So pre-2016 NHL style, so to speak. This one stolen away by the Titans. Surma with a wraparound. He got a second shot away, but both were saved by Junker. And if no game-winning goal in overtime, we will go to a shootout. And how about a 5-rounder? Soccer style. But we still have 5:21 to go here in the third period and 1:13 to go on this Titan power play as you look at that wraparound look from our Baker goalie cams. As now Pajerski will take the draw at the right circle. We remind you to please subscribe if you appreciated our broadcast this evening. It's free, and it really helps us out a lot as we're inching towards that 1,000 mark. Here's Stevens. That shot hit the side of the net. Rebound picked up by Pajerski. Back up high, Mulvey. Too hot to handle as it gets tipped outside the zone. Aiden Weller picks it up in his own end, goes to Mulvey, back to Weller. Final 5 minutes of the third. Kasunich will dump this right back down to the Titan zone. Ryan Mulvey plays it off the far boards. Evan Bonnell able to grab it. 40 seconds to go on the power play for GBS. Mulvey just missed Stevens with his pass, so while on the power play, the Titans will be guilty of an icing there. Dylan Ward on the call. Gerard Boris, your technical engineer and camera operator. Joe Hoffer in charge of the scoreboard in the top left corner of your screen, making sure that clock is perfectly synced up for you folks at home. 4:43 to go in your screen and here at the rink. Face-off taken by GBS. Will Fagan looking to tip it out. Now it goes to Adam Sokol. Cesario tips it ahead. Jonathan Cesario chases that puck down to the near side corner. North Allegheny steals it. Looks to play it off the boards and out. Shots on goal here in the period. 4 to 0. As Thomas Preston has not had to make a save yet here in the third, according to our scoreboard operator, Joe Hoffer. As shots on goal not being counted as an official stat here at this Governor's Cup. Out of the box comes Pasquale, and the Titans are 0 for 3 on the man advantage. We're back to 5-on-5, still without a goal. Frank Surma backhands it, trying to get it out, but it's kept alive right point. Here's a shot blocked by Luke Fagan. He pokes it ahead. Luke Fagan chasing after it. The goalie way out of his crease, and Junker with a good play to get to that puck before Fagan did. Now Costa through neutral ice. Ben Stevens plays it back for Luke Fagan. Fagan out to Sokol. 3.5 to go. Cesario over the line. Look to get it back down to Sokol. Could not reach him with it. The other way comes the Tigers. Bradley will send this one in. Looks like he's sort of running out of gas, probably at the end of a long shift. As now Ben Stevens plays it behind the goal for Will Fagan. Taken away by Vidra. He centers it, but Pajerski gets his reach in there to knock that puck out of harm's way. Ben Stevens plays it off the side of the net, then gets taken down, no penalty. Will Fagan over the line through neutral ice. Fagan backhands it to the near side, Evan Bonnell. Bonnell across to Fagan. Now Pajerski over the line, centers it, Bonnell. Evan Bonnell down low for Pajerski. Back up high, Weller. Pajerski gets it back, but the puck taken away by North Allegheny just for a moment. Pajerski gets it back. Now behind the net, Bonnell centers it. Off the goaltender and deflected out. Which goalie will crack first, the freshman Preston or the senior Junker? This one sent all the way down. It will be an icing against the Titans, and an offensive zone faceoff incoming for the Tigers. Circle to Thomas Preston's right. As Adam Sokol and Ed Shire line up for the draw. Both men with a goal in this tournament already. This one goes down to the far side corner. Frank Surma down low. As this puck goes high, but stays in bounds. 2-minute warning on this college football Saturday. Although no 2-minute warning in college. Or maybe they might have changed that. I'm not a big football guy. But this puck goes into the Titan bench. Stopping play. 1:54 to go in period number 3. Now, we mentioned if the Titans lose this game, they still have a mathematical chance, but they need some help from other teams. But boy, would an OTL point in the standings go a long way if they're not able to get all two. Cesario down to the near side corner. Frank Surma there. Cesario sends it up. It's taken by Pajerski. Back up high, Weller. He shoots. Save made by Junker, and a big one. Now Pajerski spins, gets one towards the net, but it hit the side of the goal. Frank Surma now for the Titans. Surma left it for Pajerski, centered it. Cesario right in front, but couldn't tip it home. Up high for Weller, who just keeps it in. Aiden Weller, right point. Shoots that one between the legs of one. Surma keeps it in the zone, takes a shot, that one blocked. Rebound picked up by Mulvey. He shoots, Junker makes the save. As now here comes North Allegheny. Murphy sends it in. Goes down behind the goal line. Picked up by Aiden Weller. Tigers still without a shot on goal in this period. Desai sends it down below the line. Ryan Mulvey plays it to the near side for Bunnell. Can't get it out. Kasunich down to Shire. Kicked out of there by Preston. They'll award him a shot. Or a save, I should say. Now Bunnell with a long pass looking for Stevens, but it gets intercepted. And here come the Tigers over the line. Down to the near side corner, Mulvey battling. Pajerski looking to hack it out, and it will go out to the neutral zone as we get down to 15 seconds left in the third period. Titans fighting for their lives. Tigers trying to play spoiler here. Down below the goal line it goes to the far side corner. Shire gets it up high to Cy. Right point as the Tigers will run out of time. And the Titans and Tigers will head to overtime as the final score of this one will be 1-0. So it's 5 minutes of 4-on-4. And then if no game-winning goal, a 5-round shootout here at this Governor's Cup. And well, we mentioned a win for the Titans in any fashion will secure their place in the semifinals tomorrow morning. But even with a loss, they're still technically alive. They just need some help from some other results. But if the Titans do go on to lose this game, the point they will receive from an overtime loss in the standings will be massive to decide who will get that last spot. All right, so the teams switch sides, so period of the long change here in overtime, NHL style. 5 minutes are on the clock as it'll be 4 skaters aside, and the Titans have been to overtime a couple of times so far on the season, but they've never had a 4-on-4 overtime. Every game that they've gone to OT, it's been 3-on-3, so let's see who Jim Philbin throws out there. It'll be 2 defensemen, 2 forwards, Ryan Mulvey and Will Fagan, Benji Pajerski and Evan Bunnell. As for Andrew Size, the North Allegheny head coach, he's got Kyle M., Brock Murphy as his defenders, at least playing defensive position, Kasunich, and at the face-off circle, it is Shire. Titans win the face-off. Next goal will win the game if it occurs in the next 5 minutes. Mulvey out to Pajerski, ahead for Bunnell. Evan Bunnell takes a shot. Save made by Junker. Rebound behind the net as it's played out to Shire. Here he comes through neutral ice over the line, right wing side. Shire takes a shot. Save made by Preston as he made it look pretty easy with the glove. Face off in the Titans D zone coming up. Circle to Thomas Preston's left. 4:36 to go in period 4. Odie to go against Sokol for this face-off. Puck falls. It's taken by the Titans. As Ryan Mulvey out there with Aiden Weller. He's the only man to stay on the ice after this first line change from Jim Philbin. Sent down the other way. Odie picks it up. Backhands it to the far side where it's picked up by Alex Costa. Now Luciato through neutral ice. Luciato into the zone down the left wing side. He'll send it up high to the left point. Here's a shot. That one bounces in on net, but hacked out of there by Ryan Mulvey. We haven't seen a lot of overtime here at the Governor's Cup. This is only the second game to go to OT. Here's a shot by Costa, tough angle. That one hit the side of the net. As Aiden Weller skates up ice with it, looking for Surma with the pass, but couldn't get it to him. Now back in the Titan zone, it's Ryan Mulvey. Glenbrook South controlling possession here in this OT. A pass goes off a skate. Ryan Mulvey plays it into the neutral zone, but it's brought back in by Mitchell. Mitchell hits the side of the net, maybe a piece for Preston there, but eventually gets recovered by Adam Sokol. Sokol missed Weller with a pass, so it'll be chased down by Kyle Im instead. Now to neutral ice. Here comes Castillo. He takes a shot. Glove save made by Preston. The goalies have stolen the show here in this one. Both playing a full regulation game without allowing a goal. But no ties here at the Governor's Cup. Every game must have a winner. As the Titans and Tigers moments away from determining who that winner will be. Face-off at the right face-off circle. Tigers attacking zone taken by the Titans. Will Fagan. Back for Luke Fagan. The Fagan twins on the ice here for this overtime unit. 4-on-4. Behind the goal line. Taken by North Allegheny. Here comes Vidra. Taken away by Pajurski as Benell races up ice. Pajurski will bring it over the line himself. Benji Pajurski lost the puck as it gets poked off of his stick. Good defensive play there by Brock Murphy. Now Shire into the zone, gets taken down. Some fans want a penalty. They're not going to get one. Halfway through OT. Here comes Will Fagan. Towards the end of a long shift, got it to Benell down the right wing side. Centered it looking for Pajurski, but that never found him. Now Will Fagan. Back up to Luke Fagan. As he loses an edge, dumps it in while doing so, and taking no risks there is Cam Junker covering up the puck. 2:19 to go in the fourth period. 20-16 the shots on goal in the game. Titans looking for a win to advance. They win the face-off in the attacking zone. Aiden Weller taken away by North Allegheny. They'll play it out. Here comes Kasunich. Nearly lost the puck, but swooping in there Ben Stevens, but Kasunich centered it. It went right to Aiden Weller. Now back up high, kept in the zone for a moment. Now Surma's coming out with it. He sends it to Ben Stevens. Titans have numbers. Stevens with a shot. That one hit the post. As the rebound's picked up by North Allegheny, they'll force it out to neutral ice. Ryan Mulvey defending against Kasunich. He gets it by Mulvey. Kasunich wraps around the net, sends it up high to the left point. Here's a shot block made by Stevens as the puck bounces out of the zone. Kasunich, backhand pass, nice one to Luciato. Sticked off of his possession by Weller as it goes down below the goal line, picked up by Mitchell. He sent it up high, Luciato. Top of the right circle, centered it, and Aiden Weller with a good stick to get it out of there. Surma looking to set up Stevens on a breakaway, but couldn't get it to him as his stick was being contested. What a save made there by Thomas Preston, just getting enough of it with the left pad. The freshman goaltender for Glenbrook South coming up large for Jim Philbin and company. Look at that stop. As he's glad he didn't clip his toenails this morning. Just getting enough of that one. Face off to Preston's left. Will Fagan and Ed Shire ready for the draw. Fagan wins it. As he'll play it out off the near boards to neutral ice. Pajerski backhander to Sokol. Adam Sokol over the line. Less than a minute to go in overtime. Sokol behind the goal line. Plays it down low for Pajerski. Benji Pajerski behind the net. High slot Pajerski. Rebounds up high. Will Fagan with a shot blocked in close. And the Tigers unable to get it out cleanly for a rush. Instead, they'll dump. It'll go all the way down, and will it go far enough for icing? Yes. And it's blown dead with 30.1 to go in overtime. As far as 0-0 games go, what a game it's been. As both fans here holding their breath to see who will score the first goal, or if we're going to need a shootout to decide it. Drop of the puck is won by the Tigers. They'll come out through neutral ice. This one played by Costa off the near boards. He catches up to it. Costa puts on the brakes a little too hard, and he goes falling. Now Odie, taken away by Mulvey as he plays it back behind the net. 15 seconds left. Can the Titans find an OT winner? Here comes Bonnell. Over the line down the right wing side. Knocked off of his stick. He gets it back, stays on sides. Evan Bonnell around one. He takes a shot. Save made by Cam Junker as time expires. And to the shootout we go. 5 shots apiece, soccer style. So there will be no true goals in the game in open play. The only puck to the back of the net, or pucks, will be here in the shootout as the home team Glenbrook South, as the home team North Allegheny will decide to shoot first or second. And it looks like they will defer and have the Titans shoot first. So Jim Philbin sends Frank Surma onto the ice for the first shot of the shootout. Here we go. Frank Surma, who had 3 points this morning, 2 goals and an assist on the overall season. Frank Surma with 14 goals, 8 assists for 22 points for the Titans. Let's see if he can bury this one. The alternate captain over the blue line takes a shot. Save made by Junker. As now it's North Allegheny's turn. They'll send out Joey Mitchell, the junior forward who had an assist already in this Governor's Cup. He'll take the puck at center ice. Over the line he comes. Mitchell scores! Through the 5-hole of Thomas Preston, the first puck over the goal line of this game. And North Allegheny carries the advantage into the second round of the shootout. Jim Philbin will send Ryan Mulvey, the captain defenseman, with 8 goals and 17 assists in the regular season, also an assist here in Jamestown. The junior, Ryan Mulvey, he scores! And the Titans tie it up. One to one. Bottom of the second. It'll be Ravi Desai, already with a goal here at the tournament. Looking to put North Allegheny back to the advantage. Desai down the right wing side. Scores! Nice patience there for the junior, and slipped it past Thomas Preston. It's 2-1 North Allegheny in the shootout. Up next for Jim Philbin, it's Benji Pajerski. He's been on this varsity team since his sophomore year, now the senior in his final Jamestown Governor's Cup. Benji Pajerski to the net. Backhander save made by Junker. No, it's in. Waved off by the official. It crossed the goal line, but it got waved off. We'll see if it was on the second shot. As once the puck touches the goalie, it's blown dead, and yeah, good call by the official. So now it's Vidra for North Allegheny for a chance to make it 3-1 Tigers in the shootout. Bottom of the third. Save made by Preston as he gets enough of it. So we head to the fourth round. North Allegheny up in the shootout. 2-1. Top of the fourth. It'll be Evan Bonnell. 11 goals and 8 assists so far on the overall season. Scored Glenbrook South's first goal of the tournament yesterday afternoon. Evan Bonnell, save made by the left pad of Junker. And now we're getting into the hot zone. If North Allegheny scores, they will win the game, and it's Mark Joyson, the player who didn't participate in the skating portion after he got hit into the boards due to injury, but he'll get a chance here in the shootout to win the game. Joyson. Save made by Preston as he just gets enough of it. Everyone in the rink had to hold their breath as it wasn't immediately clear whether or not the freshman got a piece of it. But as you can see there, oh no, the post, how about that? All right, must score now to keep the game alive. It's Adam Sokol for Jim Philbin. Here comes Sokol. And the save is made by Junker and the game's over. North Allegheny will take it 1-0 in the shootout. As the Titans go 1 out of 3 on the penalty shots. And North Allegheny salvages a win here in their final game of the Governor's Cup. And they'll finish with a record of 1-2-0. As for the Titans, again, they're still alive. And if they were going to lose the game, it may as well have been in OT. Because with a record of 2-0-1, their chances to qualify are significantly higher than if they were to lose in regulation. So they'll have to sit around here and wait for some more results to pile in here at the Governor's Cup to determine whether or not they will be playing on Sunday morning or they'll be heading on the bus back to Chicago. As both goaltenders lead the line at the handshakes at center ice, and I can't think of a more fitting pair of line leaders for both sides as the goaltenders stole the show. 50 minutes of shutout hockey performed at each end of the ice, 45 minutes of regulation and 5 minutes of overtime before the game was decided in favor of North Allegheny via the shootout. That's going to do it for our broadcast here on the South Hockey Network. We hope you enjoyed our production. And don't forget, we'll be here all night long for the remaining action here on Rink 1. Up next, we've got Ontario Hockey Academy going up against Cathedral Prep for their third game of the preliminaries. Joe Hoffer on the scoreboard. Gerard Boris, our technical engineer. My name's Dylan Ward saying thank you. And if you're a Titans fan, make sure you follow the Titans on all social media platforms for the latest scoop of their status here at the Governor's Cup. As the fate has been sealed, now it's out of their hands. All they can do is hope for the best results possible the rest of the way and finish in that top 4. Dylan Ward signing off.